to stall out the later stages of the game and add that scaling component, but they also have a very early and strong blitz comp where as soon as Shen hits 6 and
sleeps away. Oh, using the brush actually going to force out the Stand United. Can someone get away? No, the taunt comes out before he can hop the wall. And is he going to be able to? Oh, wow, he does, and he flashes away. And it looks like he should live. Shy is going in now alone. Does have the backup, is going really hard onto Blast, and there it is, the Shock Blast out of Mickey, and first blood will go to Shy.
Oh, it's not over yet, though.
Yeah, Crazy on the run. Taking a minute. Here we go, a bit of a gank now onto Crazy. It looks like Shy's going to take the aggro, miss Cocoon as well. Someone's still going in, is going to repel it, and does pick up the kill. Nicely done. Can you find him? Does get it. The ward comes down and Shy is forced to fight. Oh, gonna life steal a bit, but will go down eventually. And meantime, Tempt looks like he wants to come bot, gonna jump on into SongYun, and down he goes. A couple of flashes there. Will parkour over the wall, Ghost very, very low, as is Totoro, but they do pick up a kill. Fell up into the sky. And there comes the Chain of Corruption to doing a lot of damage to someone, trying to burst him down. There comes the Talon ultimate, but the exhaust comes out. But everybody on the ROX Tigers is on the run still, as someone is very, very low. Finally able to pick up that kill, although Tempt does go low. It's 1-for-1. Can Crazy land a big stun here? No, he's not, but it's not going to matter. Enough damage coming out, but here's the big turnaround. Look at that damage out of both Jin and Mickey. This is unbelievable. Now trying to land that fourth shot, just barely missing Totoro, but he is doomed. Trying to give this over to SongYun, and they will.
That is one angry dinosaur.
Well, here comes Blast onto Shy. He's forced to pop that ult, but he's 1v3 now, and highly doubt he's going to get out of this one, although he is trying. Blast taking a lot of damage, and the last turret shot would have killed him, but he flashes away. Ooh, Bless is actually going to fight
Bless
here.
Wants to do that, yep.
He did use his lead before. It should be up by this time, but the Stand United is forced to come out. Someone really wants this kill. He is going to get it. And that's going to make it 5-4. He repels to get out of that piercing arrow. And here comes the teleport. It looks like they really want to go for this Baron now.
BBQ is aware of it. They don't have the smite available to them, and Ghost's piercing arrow not really super strong yet where it could potentially try to steal the Baron. They're all in right here.
Yeah, they're going for it. Look at that fight up top too. Ghost goes down, SongYun very, very low, and it looks like, no, Renekton's actually going to pick up the Baron here, so no can do for BBQ. They're able to take out a couple of members here though, and Mickey is quite low after his fight with Varus, and is on the run. Can tempt parkour to get over there in time. He's trying, as well as Totoro and Crazy, using that movement speed boost. Just everybody on the run now. We'll see if this poor Lulu can get away. I highly doubt it against a Talon. No way. Hide and seek, and he got just found. That's going to be it for his life. So that's 3 members that have Baron are taken out.
The bottom lane.
Yeah, Cocoon does miss. Shy still very, very tanky and does have the Guardian Angel. He is going in. He wants to zone them out. Him with the curtain call is going to be enough. Are they going to push onto this inhibitor? Looks like they are, but very, very slowly, very carefully. And it looks like there's not much that BBQ can do to stop that push. So ROX Tigers going to pick up their first push. Key a little bit slow on that. And uh-oh, the Chain of Corruption onto Key is going to wild growth himself. Tempt's really, really going deep. There's that exhaust coming out. Now everybody on ROX on the run, and so many people being taken out. This is exactly what you were talking about. They are going to try to turn it though. Shy is just incredibly fed. Going to get a double kill, and now everybody on BBQ is on the run. We'll see if Crazy can be taken out as well. There's the burst from Jace, and down he goes.
They turn everything around right at the end. Bless is still alive, Tempt alive as well. ROX Tigers is gonna get the turret, but that was really dicey, and if that had gone even just slightly worse, it could have potentially been BBQ getting the Baron.
Very true. You can see how low that Nexus turret got. That was very, very shy on the outside. They want to zone them out. Even the curtain call coming out, they really just don't want them to get even close. Totoro being burned down, but they're going to trade it for the support on their side. Nice lockdown onto Tempt there on the right side. And here comes Shy, the huge burst damage going on to Tempt. He is going to be obsolete. Now everybody on the run. Crazy goes down. and that should open up that top and bot inhibitor. Maybe even more. That was a really good fight there for the Tigers.
Really big victory. They're going to be able to push in Mickey and Shy. I mean, these are the two real pillars of this team composition that have been such a knife in BBQ's back the entire game. Get the inhibitor. They're looking for the game right here.
Yeah, that Nexus turret is super low and still about 30 seconds on a lot of these members. Only Totoro is going to come out. Look at how fast they burn the turrets. Looks like that's going to be game number 1 as they dive onto Bless, just getting that KDA a bit higher. A fantastic game on that Renekton, and that's going to be game 1 going over to the ROX Tigers.
And that was a pretty dominating game almost from start to finish. A little bit shaky at some points, but for the most part, relatively clean. Mickey having a really good mid and late game transition on the Jace there, and Shy, phenomenal. Maokai known for being extremely effective against heavy magic damage comps. And Rek'Sai now going to have a free path into Spirit Massage.
Oh
this is
boy.
Disastrous.
Yeah, he's going to have to flash the Cocoon, and he does it lands, and that's going to be first blood going over to Mickey. The exhaust also used by Tempt to no avail. Mickey and someone now going to be able to hit 6, so Tempt is just going to have to like sit way back. If he takes any damage, he's in danger of dying. He doesn't have his flash either. It's a really awkward spot for that mid lane. Uh-oh, Key getting caught up here, and that is going to be a kill. Ghost flashed for it. Not sure if he had to do that, but does it either way. And here they come, trying to pick up. Still has his teleport. And
I don't know what to say about this, Brendan.
Oh, it actually leases. In comes Bless, and they're able to pick it up. Looks like Bless will pay for it with his life. Down he goes, but a big knockup from Zyra. Are they able to pick up any kills here? As long as they block for someone, should be okay. Ooh, pretty close. Meanwhile, Crazy still with his teleport. He's getting super low.
He might actually go for this.
Looks like he is Ghost. Gonna knock it down. The exhaust comes out, and here's Bless, the flash, and down he goes. Getting a little bit too greedy there in mid is Mickey, and he pays for it with his life.
Man, they're trying to get the turret here, but this to me looks like it's gonna be disastrous.
Especially with Mickey zoned out. Look at that bullet time.
Oh.
Crazy taking a ton of damage. Nice hook out of Shy. It looks like they will pick up the Maokai with the teleport in from Shy, and now with 5 members down here, they will be able to take out a tier 2 turret bot. He is able to flash away, and it looks like ROX doesn't quite want to take this one. The curtain call is opened on up. A lot of burst damage coming out of Tempt, but Tempt goes low, but does pick up the Elise, and look at that, the teleport in from behind from Crazy. That is 3 kills, a double kill over to Corki, and they are still on the chase. Both Shy and Songyun in a really bad spot. Just barely missing that deadly flourish, but this might just be everybody getting killed here. That's going to be the 4th kill. Shy the only one left. Even Bless going over the wall just to make sure that is going to be it, an ace for the BBQ Olivers.
They're going to turn this into Baron now. Every single member remaining. Dragon coming up in a minute. They're going to be rewarded with an Inferno Drake, so the gods of Summoner's Rift looking kindly upon them in game number 2. Gonna get this Baron. Don't know if they're gonna fix top lane. No, it looks like they're all just gonna recall. Bless gonna take the Scuttle Crab.
That was set up. You know, you were talking about the teleport. There had to be a ward place, and then the Bless into Totoro knockup that they tried to put on. Wow. Okay, Key just disappearing. That's the kind of damage that a Corki can do once you get ahead. Already has an infinity.
You might go down here.
Ooh. Thread the needle. Can you do it? Oh, not quite able to. Mickey gonna eat a bullet. Oh! We actually missed it. He gets the deadly flourish just at the end. Incredible play there from Ghost.
They're defending this anymore.
They're going for it too. Mickey gonna be knocked up. There's the burst from Tempt. And even with the Cinder ult coming out, he still stays alive. Shy is gonna go down as well. Like a Key in the back doing absolutely nothing. Songyun gets a decent ult, but it's not gonna kill anybody. Bless staying alive, Ghost alive in the back, lands another deadly flourish. They pick up the first inhibitor of the game.
Get the inhibitor. They might turn their attention towards mid lane. I would be extremely surprised if they don't. They do. Okay. Gonna get this turret as well, another inhibitor, and then they're gonna recall. Or before they recall, they might just actually run down to the Infernal Drake and pick that up. Shy has teleport, but let's be honest, ROX Tigers have no damage. It doesn't really matter if he has teleport anyway. How far behind they are.
Yeah. It's really, the pressure's on BBQ to not mess this up. And, well, a lot of damage onto Shy, and it looks like Mickey in the back is going to be killed as well. And this is just a slaughter right now. Nobody on ROX can stand up to this team. And that should be another ace here. Going to go down is Songyun. Eventually, down he goes finally, and there is the ace, and that will be game number 2 going over to the BBQ Olivers.
So we're going to be heading into game number 3, and if ROX want to have a chance of winning a series, they need to not trap the way that they did in this game, because they just set themselves up for disaster. They set themselves up to need to get advantages in mid, in jungle, in bottom, and then ride it through to victory. And whenever you do that, I talked about it in game number 1, you don't do that unless you're considerably better than your opponents.
Yeah, so BBQ,
a lot more flexibility with this team composition. Also have the luxury of being able to go into 1-3-1s in the later stage of the game. Being on the blue side going to be a lot more favorable than if they were on the red. Scouts out Blessed, they're going to know exactly what camps are remaining.
Oh boy,
man.
He's going to be caught out here by Sungwon. He's going to flash, but there's the repel, and that should be the kill. First blood going over to Elise. And both Ghost and Totoro this time, but look at Crazy's positioning. He's forced to flash away, but there's an easy taunt. Look at the follow-up into Cocoon. There's Mickey, and Crazy just getting a little bit too far down the river. He's going to pay.
Having that flash, and if this happens, Sungwon's going to be able to recall.
Oh, look at that. Going to use his own flash to get the Cocoon. No escaping for Crazy. This time, the kill going to go over to Shy, but Crazy is going to be suffering for it. Yeah, this is rough. He walked right over a ward, and he's going to be totally caught out here. He does get the Gromp, but here comes Mickey even flashing in for it. And this should be given over to Mickey, and there it goes. Nicely done. Good.
Coming in here onto Bless. Bless has basically no mana. Mickey flashes in, gets the ultimate, and you can see that the shuriken above Bless's head disappeared, which would have meant that Mickey doesn't get the kill.
Oh, just barely able to pick up another kill off the back of that. I was just praising Key, and you know what happens when you do that. Stand United is going to come in, though, and there's the leap onto Key, and the taunt, rather, is going to get Blessed, but they are still able to turn it around. Temp getting very, very low. Will he go down? The flash from Songyun, and they're looking to turn this around. Mickey comes in, does a ton of damage. He's going to take out the Rumble. Down goes KazaLoLLCShighlights too. Ghost on the run. Totoro, you can see he kind of pokes his head in. It's not going to be enough. A double kill goes to Elise as well, and the ROX Tigers furthering their lead.
Furthering it.
ROX wants to do it here. With their lead, I should say. Trying to land the Cocoon, just barely does miss. They're actually turning it around, but there it is onto Bless, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and able to repel enough. And Mickey, he's going deep. Wants to kill onto Ghost, will get it, and will jump back to his shadow. So a double kill to Zed at the end of it all. There goes the arrow, it lands onto Bless. Someone actually using the Cocoon onto Ghost, and everybody gonna be shredded here. Even Mickey going deep, no exhaust this time. Totoro will die there. Temp's being jumped on by Mickey as well. And he lives for just a little bit, but then eventually does go down. Crazy the only one left over. And he gets away with his life, but that's about it. There's really only a couple of bushes, and look at this, here comes Mickey. Tempt, you thought you were safe, you were wrong. Mickey doesn't even burn his ultimate. Doesn't need it. Oh, look at that arrow. It hits Bless in the back. He can't get close enough to smite fight.
Oh, what? Where did Jin go?
He doesn't exist in this game anymore. Oh, what about Bless? No, he doesn't either. Like, he's very low. Crazy's going to try. It's not going to happen. Oh, actually, he does get the kill.
He does get the kill indeed. Totoro, you're not long for this world, man. Oh,
nice pop-up by Tempt. So... You got the caster curse on you right now, where everything you say is just going wrong, but it doesn't really matter as the Tigers just pummeling this team right now.
Mickey really, oh, okay. Looked like he was gonna recall in 3, 80 carry 2, Ghost.
Ghost, you can't
just
farm.
Accept it. Just accept
you cannot farm.
Yeah.
Seconds. And there's not much that you can do to lock them down.
They can't do anything here. Mickey's just gonna.
Temp's like, I'm not going up there.
Standing still. Yep.
It's like, no, I'm not taking the bait. I'm not going near that guy. And so this is just going to be one of those games where one team just gets rolled over. And, well, Temp's the sacrifice. He has Zhonya's. and will attempt to flash away, and he does get away, but only enough. Curtain Call comes out, and just a bit of damage, and there comes the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Double jump away, nobody gets hit by it, but Super Minions knocking on the door, knocking on the Nexus turrets.
Well, it's almost a 20,000 gold lead at 23 minutes, by the way. I just want to point that out.
One of those games. Mickey showing a bit of flair towards the end, wants some more kills, add to this crazy Zed game. We'll get one, and that is going to be the game. 23 minutes and 26 seconds will do it, as the ROX Tigers take an incredibly fast game.
That was a beautiful game to watch. If you're a fan of aggression and if you're a fan of teams executing a composition like this near perfectly almost in a way, I mean, this is the game to watch. And what an incredible